first hoop. Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Carp. Good evening and welcome to the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV's presentation of Nantucket Whalers Athletics. We are coming to you live from the Bog, the Nantucket Community Ice Rink, for this evening's matchup between your Nantucket Whalers Varsity Boys Ice Hockey Team and the Bourne Canalmen. Thanks for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV. I am Chris Morris, your voice of Whaler Sports. I'm alongside some great youth hockey fans here ready to go from the Bog. Let's go. Let's hear it for those Whalers, right? That's what I'm talking about. It is game number 2 for the Whalers, and thanks again for joining us here alongside a great staff crew. We've got Sean Davis, who's making us look cool here down on the ring side here, our ice hockey side, and a couple of students on cameras. Ashley Klatt joining us. We'll see if we can get her to grab an interview or two as well as we get through the intermission phase of our games. Also have a couple of students on camera, and of course, Charles Douglas, the man, the myth, the legend, the brains of the op here at the Nantucket Sports Connection. The Whalers look to rebound from a tough opening game against the Vineyard. 9-1 was the final. Lots of things to build from. Honestly, they had a tough opening period, down 4-0 after one period, and ended up rallying a little bit, and Jeremy Jenkinson netted one for us to give them a little bit of confidence. But they're going to have another tough opponent here as Bourne Canalmen come in 0-1 on the season, but a tough overtime loss to a very talented Monomoy team. So this is a very good matchup, another litmus test as this team continues to grow and gain that continuity in game number 2. This is another rematch of a playoff game from a couple years ago. What a magical moment that was here. A 3-2 win in the Division 4 round of 16 on the way to a Final Four appearance for that team. Great stuff as we come up. But before we get to our game preview, I do want to take a moment and thank our founding priority of their philanthropic efforts and have continued those efforts through their support of our live broadcasts. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Whalers Nation. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com. Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com.
Back to the Bog here as we get set for the Bourne Canalmen taking on your Nantucket Whalers here. The Whalers come into tonight's tilt with a youthful squad that will have to rely on the few remaining seniors from that team we have dubbed the Glory Team. I mean, it was the absolute glory days, and I talked to Coach Moran earlier this evening, and he firmly affirmed that, and it was one of those things where just the stars lined up. It was an incredible crew and a group. So there's still a couple of those guys, including the Jenkinson brothers, of course, Jeremy and Canton, now seniors and captains of this team. So it's now their turn to lead, whereas they were the sophomores and juniors on those teams that made those great runs, and they will have to be a little more active. They were only scored one goal between the two of them and a couple of the other guys that will ultimately have to put the puck in the net. The Whalers were outscored 9-1 in that opening game. Jenkinson Jeremy did actually score the lone goal late to avoid the shutout, but Nantucket will just need some more offense overall to get a little more competitive and stay in these games and give themselves a chance, because unfortunately defensively they have a very green goalie. Thomas Schroeder is doing the best he can with what he's got, but it's been 4 years since he's been in between the pipes, and that was a much different game for him and a much different speed of activity for him in the youth hockey and even in those freshman years. So he's going to get better, but the boys got to protect him a little bit better in front so they can get that transition game going and ultimately put the puck in the net. Defensively, senior captain Soren Edwards will be in charge of protecting Mr. Schroeder, and again, he has shown a lot of promise in net. And I talked to Coach Moran, as I said, and he said the thing that you can't teach is the confidence. He's just not afraid, and that's important, because as we all know, goaltenders are not born on trees. They are wired a different way. They just have a different mentality. And you honestly couldn't pay me enough to get in between the pipes here for hockey or lacrosse. But certainly for on the hockey ice, it is just a different game, runs at a different speed. So he will improve, his play will improve, and I think the Whalers will ultimately have that confidence to be able to play with a very tough schedule. This Cape and Islands League is there's no cream puffs on the schedule. They're all good, they're all competing, and they're all looking to get to that ultimate level, which is the playoffs. So obviously a disappointing outcome from last year, just the one win. However, it did come against this Bourne squad over at Gallo, no less. So they were able to exercise some demons, and I think that will come into play today as the Bourne Canalmen have to overcome what was a streak of losses. And they haven't won here in quite some time, just as the Whalers didn't win in Gallo for quite some time. So I'm hoping, just as Coach Moran is hoping, that these boys can come up with a big win, and we'll call it an upset if they are able to overcome a lack of depth, but ultimately it will be a game of wills, and certainly the Whalers will try and enforce their will on the Canalmen and come up with a victory today. For the Canalmen, they lost their first game in overtime to Monomoy. 4-3 was the final. James Crowell, the senior captain, was the goal scorer. He scored twice in the overtime loss. But for head coach Frank Carpenito, he has high hopes for this squad. They were ultimately a playoff team last year, so they are hoping to return to the postseason. They have one of those netminders that you can count on. Jackson Palmberg is another year older, and he certainly is a quality opponent, and the Whalers are going to have to really work hard and put the puck on net if they're going to get it by Palmberg and this Canalmen defense. Plenty of returning players for Coach Carpenito as well, including Drew Kelly. He'll be number 9, Hunter McLean, number 10, and Cole Thomas. And, of course, the aforementioned Palmberg, another senior for the Canalmen. A good core group, so they are ready to go here, and the Whalers are going to have to bring it if they're going to come up with a victory here this evening. So let's take a break here. Come on back. The boys have yet to take the ice, so I'm going to get up on the perch and get my best seat in the house. Once again, thanks for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV. We'll be right back with a little more pregame here as we get all set up for the Whalers taking on the Bourne Canalmen.
In 1965, a group of dedicated Nantucket parents came together with one goal: to raise enough money to develop game film for the football team. The following season, the Whalers went undefeated. These parents became the very first class of the Nantucket Booster Club. Over time, Whaler pride has grown into something far more than just wins and losses on the scoreboard.
Once a Whaler, always a Whaler! 1, 2, 3, Whalers!
Una vez un Whaler, siempre un Whaler! Vamos!
What binds us is Whaler pride. It has shaped our island and student athletes for generations.
Whaler pride isn't just a tradition, it's an identity, a legacy for families who choose to plant their roots here in this community all year round. It can bring generations of island families together, and for Wash Ashore children, it can transform an unfamiliar place into a new home. The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers Athletics. It helps provide our teams with gear, additional travel expenses, and much more.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. From the homecoming to the pig roast, and most importantly, Hank, our school mascot. We're here to create a fun and welcoming atmosphere. More than money, we need members. And part of this club, you are a member, not just a volunteer. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
Support our kids and Whaler Pride by volunteering for the Booster Club. To learn more, please email the address on the screen.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And Whalers control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
Want to welcome you back to the bog here as we continue to wait for the boys to take the ice. Not sure what the delay is. Oh, I think it may be the referees because the nets are not in their area. So there you go. But let's keep chatting about some winter sports. Obviously, here on the NSC and NCTV, we cover both boys and girls hockey and boys and girls basketball. We were supposed to have a double dip here this afternoon with boys basketball, but unfortunately we had a roof leakage postponement. So the boys basketball team will take on Falmouth some other date. We'll keep you up to speed and updated on when that is going to happen. We do have a couple of referees on the ice, so the boys should take the ice here for their pregame warm-ups, and the 7 minutes of pregame will commence once that starts. We were able, there we go, the Whalers are taking the ice here with Thomas Schroeder, number 1, leading the squad out. The junior netminder will have his second start as a varsity hockey player. Again, played goaltender 4 years ago. So at least he is comfortable with the position, which is a much better spot than they were in last year, as Coach Moran chatted about. And we'll take it. So the boys Hoopsters will reschedule their Falmouth game. They are 1-0 on the season. They defeated the Vineyard, as I'm sure all of you Whalers Nation saw. We covered that game. It was a good start to the season. They had offensive production from a couple of guys that weren't necessarily the stars of last year's team. Gavin Smith poured in 19 points behind 5 3-pointers. And it was some bench production that was ultimately enough to hold off a game Vineyard squad that tried to make a comeback from 17 points down. Got it as close as 6, but ultimately the Whalers had too much offense as they hit 10 3-pointers to pick up the victory. The girls basketball team, Hoopsters, are 0-2 on the season. They had a couple of very close games off island against the Vineyard, lost 36-32. And as you saw last night, a close game against Falmouth Academy, ultimately losing as well to run their record to 0-2. But the girls hockey squad is off island and playing tonight, so we wish them the best of luck. We won't see them for another little bit. It'll be after the break before they get to play a home game here at the Bog, but we look forward to seeing our Lady Whalers on ice here very shortly. And for the Whalers here tonight, again, as we talked about, it does come down to defense. They're going to be without a couple of guys, but it's the next man up, and that's what it's going to have to be. Justin Torres will not be playing tonight, along with Barrow Banyan. He was a late scratch here today, but 6 seniors on the squad, and they will have to lead the way. And it will start with the Jenkinson boys, but Andrew Lavin and Ben Freeman certainly can get into the mix. Ronald De Rosario Gomez on the back end, and obviously Soren Edwards. But they're going to have to do a little bit better job in protecting Schroeder until he gets comfortable in his own skin between the pipes. I don't know if that ever happens, but it certainly can be a little better for the Whalers as they, again, continue their journey. This is game number 2. It's a long season, 20 games of the regular season, and it will ultimately take a while for Schroeder to get comfortable to the point where he can be a difference maker. But he's quick. He's agile. He's actually a better skater than C.J. Clark and Nick Yates were. So he's going to be able to make some athletic plays that maybe he would be out of position for, but because he's an athletic goalie, he can do that. So there are things that the coaches can work with, and they will. And they said they were already getting some good feedback and some good results in practice. They had a much better practice this week, and we're able to work on some things, and they will continue to work on things throughout the season. And that's just how hockey is, and that's how high school hockey is. Again, it's a quick turnaround from football. You don't have a lot of time to work on nuances. So they kind of started from scratch and are working on, building on specific situations. There were a lot of situations that, honestly just needed to get the puck cleared out of the zone. And those are the types of things that they'll have to improve on and will ultimately lead to opportunities on the other end. And as we said, they're going to have to find somebody that can pot it in and consistently get things on the net. Because when you get things on the net, as we know, good things will happen. Rebounds will bounce your way. They will hit the post and go in. And again, to recap what we talked about for the Canalmen, they come in with 5 seniors, but a playoff team last year, and they have a goaltender that is one to contend with. They play a tough schedule out of that South Shore League, but ultimately, you got to play. And that Monomoy squad certainly is a good test for them out of the gate. And losing in overtime, nothing to slouch about. That is just good hockey and a game that could have gone either way. And Monomoy ended up picking up the victory. But we got about a minute left here, so let's take one more quick break here before we turn it over to Chip Clooney and get the starting lineups, national anthem, and the opening face-off here, as we've got Whalers hockey coming right up here on the NSC and NCTV.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
Welcome back to the bog here at the Nantucket Community Ice Rink as we get all set for the starting lineups, national anthem, and the opening face-off. While I have a moment here, I do want to say a quick NSC and NCTV thank you to the Snap Raise donors that are helping us continue our operations and bringing you, Whalers Nation, all of our Whalers athletics. We'll just start by the top of the list here. Dan Driscoll, great to start with him. Mark Lucas, Stephanie and Brad Grant, Becky Zadroga, Michael Klein, William Turnavish, Adrian Lombardi, Cecile Horvath, Christina Silberman, Rick Bodette, Charles Douglas, Lisa Getter, Jana Duarte, Marianne Jenkinson, Francis Constable, Donna Jean Morris, Richard Hussey. Hey, there's Chris Morris. I know that guy. Jocelyn Benny, Callie Kiever, Jack Pearson, Sean Davis, Brooke Moore, Andre Marrero, DC Collins, Laura Cabatti, Michelle Starr, and Holly Backus, along with all of our business sponsors. Thank you very much for your help in supporting our cause. Bourne Canalmen announced first. Hunter McLean, defense. Another defender, Andrew Kenefick, number 4. James Crowell, again, he was the multi-goal scorer in their first game. Number 16, Cole Thomas. And Jackson Palmberg in net. So Edward Holland will get the nod here on defense, along with Soren Edwards. Ben Freeman, Canton Jenkinson, of course, both seniors. The brother, Jeremy Jenkinson, and of course in net, Thomas Schroeder, the junior netminder. All right, Whalers Nation, here we go. We are ready for the opening face-off for game number 2 for both of these squads. Both teams 0-1, looking to level their record off at 1-1. Again, the Whalers looking to rebound from an opening game loss to the Vineyard. And the Canalmen fell to Monomoy in overtime, 4-3. And Thomas Schroeder will get another test here in net after a tough opening game against a very good Vineyard team, but they'll get a chance to redeem themselves coming up here right after the break, January 3rd. They've already marked it on the schedule. Whalers Nation, here we go. Jenkinson in the circle, and we are underway. Game number 2 as the Canalmen drifted into the zone. Edwards is there to run it around the boards, and the Whalers look to clear. Tap back in and chased into the corner. As the play continues inside the Whalers' defensive end. And unable to clear still. And the Canalmen with a good forecheck as Thomas sends it back in. And here's Freeman looking to mix it up along the boards. Sent on net by Kennefic. As the Whalers, again, just got to get it cleared out of here. Opening moments. And finally tipped ahead as Canton Jenkinson sends it down the ice. Icing waved off as Jenkinson chases after. Charlie Boyce looking to make something happen at mid-ice. And flipped in by Paxton Fitch. He chases after it in the corner. Unable to get to it. Bourne looking to clear. Chip back in. Boyce got enough of it to keep it back in, and here's Parker Furtado with the forecheck. And a good hit at the back end. I think that was Lavin, it was, number 4, into the mix quickly. Furtado is there to keep it in play. Lavin into the corner. Out in front, good defensive positioning by Bourne, and they head back the other way. Nice forecheck as Furtado gets it into the zone, and Whalers with another line change. Bourne plays it across mid-ice. Centering pass broken up. Jenkinson gets a nudge from behind. Freeman sends it in, but right to a purple jersey. Freeman gets a tip and gets to it. Here's Jenkinson behind the net. He's unable to play it cleanly. Bourne gets the clear. And this should be icing. There's the whistle. 12:38 to go here in the first, still no score. It'll be heading on down the ice here for a face-off inside the Whalers' offensive side. And the Whalers have already shown 2 lines of activity, and we've only played a couple minutes of hockey time, but that's what it's going to take. Committee and Jeremy Jenkinson on the face-off here for the Whalers. He controls. Moves in, negative angle shot, no good. Here's a good pass in front, shot, oh, just wide of the net. Good activity. Freeman got a chance there off a great pass from Edward Holland, sitting up at the point. And he gets to it again, skips over his stick, but he's able to play it across ice, and the Whalers enter the zone again. In front. Body goes down, no whistle. And the Canalmen try and get it clear here once again. Lift it up, out over the net. We'll have another face-off for the clock stoppage at 11:56. Still no score. Whalers with a good opportunity there. Right on net as Edward Holland sent it in. And just wide of the net was the shot. Boyce gets it. Quick shot, Lavin just wide once again. Good shot by Nantucket there. And trailing after it is Furtado. He'll get to it. Oh, misplays it. And an opportunity. Schroeder is there. That's the kind of stuff the Whalers just have to avoid. They cannot have turnovers that deep in the zone. And along the point here, Lavin tries to get it over the blue line and does so. Boyce will chase after it. No icing. It's waved off. And Boyce played off nicely, but unable to clear it behind the net. Fitch was there. He plays it in front. Ooh. And here's Furtado chasing in. He gets played off. Stays with it. Good job by Parker Furtado. Aggressive play on the defensive side of things. Cross ice to Lavin. He controls it. Unable to connect with Boyce. And the Whalers have to retreat and get back on side. Bourne dumps it in and we'll get a line change here as Furtado gets to the puck first. And icing will be the call. A clock stoppage at 10:41 here. Still no score. Whalers having some good opportunities on the offensive side. I've got them with 3 shots on goal already. Just 1 for the Canalmen. Still lots of hockey to play. Intercepted deep in the zone. Centering pass blocked. That was a good play by Landon Hope. And good defense behind the net. Here's Edwards. He'll play it along the boards, unable to get the clear. Up ahead, Freeman. Some free ice here for Jenkinson. He flips it, bounces, and Palmberg had to make a play on it. Cross ice it goes, and the Canalmen will get the clear. They dump it in. Edwards is there first. He plays it along to Jenkinson. Cross ice skips over Freeman's stick, but enough to get it out of the zone. Canalmen retreat off the stick of Thomas as play continues along mid-ice. And the Canalmen, again, a little back and forth here in the neutral zone. Neither team with a big advantage. Good poke check by Jenkinson. And a good ride along the boards here as Ronan Kelly tried to make an advance and denied. Jenkinson tried to make a between the leg pass. Ooh, nice advance up, but unable to control it there. It was Paxton Fitch. And here's Jenkinson. Out to mid-ice as the Canalmen look to advance. A squirm. Shot blocked. Good defense by number 13. Jeremy Jenkinson giving up the body. And Canton Jenkinson, Soren Edwards runs into Jenkinson as they get it out of the zone, but that's as far as they got. Here's Lavin. Gets around one. And into the offensive zone. Nobody home for the Whalers. Paxton Fitch gave chase, but unable to get to it. Here's Furtado, makes an advance. Bourne's got numbers, but offside. Whalers a little lucky there. Clock stops with 8:16 to go. The Canalmen had a 3-on-1 working, but Whalers fortunate there. The offside whistle blew, and we'll have another face-off right down in front of the Nantucket bench. And the Whalers come away with it. Here's Furtado looking to weave through a couple of defenders. Quickly retreats back to the defensive side of things. But he has shown some activity on the defensive end. Chipped ahead, nice board pass. And dumped in, chasing after it, Luis Souza. Played along the boards. Here's Furtado again. Catches it with the ice and sends it back around. Good forecheck by Furtado. Oh, nice dump. Good clean hit by Jenkinson there at the blue line, but the Whalers will have to retreat. And out to mid-ice. Quick pass, good move. Good defense, though. Good ride there as Landon Hope. Oh, that's high. That should be a whistle there. That was to the face. And offside going to be the call there. So we'll have another face-off coming outside the blue line. Very impressed with number 24 so far, Parker Furtado, just a sophomore. He is mixing it up with the big boys. 7:16 to go here in the first, still no score. Edwards plays it high off the boards and chipped ahead looking for Freeman, unable to connect. And good play to get it out of the zone. And just dumped in by the Canalmen. It'll be Holland. Playing it along the boards to Jenkinson. He's got some free space. Finds Freeman it on the advance. Ben Freeman gains the zone. Pass, centering pass, shot, save. That's a good shot on goal there for the Whalers. And kept in play. Pass in front. Freeman unable to get to it. Again, good activity. Here's Kelly on the advance. Soren Edwards works his magic. And out of the zone on the backhand, but played in quickly again. Coach is asking for some activity. Good deke there by Jenkinson. He advances, dumps it in. Whalers are there. Played in behind the net. Canalmen get to it first as they look to advance. Up to mid-ice off the skates of number 17, James Crowell. He's dangerous, got to get to him. He gets to it again. Good stick-to-itiveness by number 17 there along the boards. Whalers had some defenders in position, but unable to get to it. Nice deke there by Jenkinson. Another one by Charlie Boyce, number 7. Whalers got some numbers. High shot goes off Palmberg. That's the 5th shot on goal by the Whalers. 5:30 to play here, still no score. Good move around one defender. Furtado back there to get to it. Here's Boyce in the corner, unable to get to it. Kept in by Buckley. Shot in front and a score. Buckley finds McKenna. And the Canalmen draw first blood. Actually, it was number 3, James Kirby, the goal scorer for the Canalmen. Good pass by Buckley. As you saw, the Whalers just unable to get that puck cleanly on the defensive end behind the net. And a quick shot by James Kirby puts the Canalmen up 1-0. Again, that's just one that the defense has just got to get it out of there. Wrapped around and sent on net. Schroeder able to get down on it. And lifted up and out of play. Again, the Whalers have outshot the Canalmen 5-3, but unfortunately, that third shot on goal found the net, and they have a lead here with just under 5 minutes to play here in the first period. But the Whalers have certainly skated with this team and have had a couple of good opportunities. Nice save by Schroeder on that one, right off the face-off. As you can see, came right on net, and Schroeder was in good position and squeezed it to force another face-off. Another face-off advance as this one plays into Soren Edwards. He goes cross ice to get it out of harm's way. Freeman chases it down, gets it to Jenkinson. Palmberg will slow it down behind the net and get back in between the pipes. Good pass. As the action continues in the neutral zone. Jenkinson avoids one. Here's Freeman at mid-ice. He lifts it. Little hand pass as shot whizzes into the glove. Schroeder squeezes it and He'll hang on for another face-off with 4:03 to go. I believe that would have went wide of the net, but Schroeder able to get to it, and he squeezes it. Here's an advance by the Whalers. Shot saved by Palmborg on the initial shot. Whalers get to it. Cross ice it goes. Another shot on goal. Souza got a stick on it, and here comes the Canalmen the other way. Souza deflects. Oh, nice move. Kelly didn't see it. It was offside, so the Canalmen had to retreat. And the Whalers will get it to mid-ice. Del Rosario Gomez had nobody home. And good defense to poke check it away back to mid-ice. Down to 3:18 to go here. 1-0 our score. Canalmen with the lead. Edwards plays it around the boards. Souza tries to get it by, unable to do so. Del Rosario Gomez, cross ice. It's Edwards, unable to clear it. Shot, blocked in front. Nice job by the Whalers defense. Kelly gets to it. Shot save made. Schroeder somehow saw that one. He was also in just perfect position to make it, as you can see. Squeezes it, holds on to it. That's his fourth save unofficially here in the first period. 2:52 to play. Whalers down 1-0. Shot in front. Schroeder gets a stick on it and whizzes wide. Furtado out of the zone, avoids one, advances to the zone, tries to find someone else, unable to do so. Oh, nice hit there. Keeps it in play behind the net. Jenkinson looking for some room to operate. Finds it on his knees, makes the pass to Jeremy Jenkinson, unable to get a shot off. Good effort, however. Here's Felix Suarez. Chipped ahead, Jenkinson. Ahead, shot to Canton Jenkinson. Good defense. Centering pass goes through the crease. Furtado unable to keep it in play. Suarez all by himself will get to it, send it along the boards. Bourne able to get to it first. Shot save made by Schroeder. Tried to dive on the puck, unable to get though. The Whalers get a clear. 1:40 and counting here in the first period. Still a 1-0 score. Tipped, and the Whalers will be able to keep it in play. Centering pass, nobody home for Nantucket. Here comes the Canalmen. Lavin able to deflect it ahead. Fitch unable to connect with Lavin. He gets it back though here at mid-ice. Played up and out of play. We'll have a face-off with 1:09 to play here in a very competitive first period. Again, the Whalers have had a couple of good opportunities, just unfortunately have not gotten it past Palmborg. He's made a couple of good saves. Schroeder has played exceptional here in the first period. Canalmen control the face-off off the stick of Edwards and played up ahead. Good play on defense there to avoid the rush. Centering pass deflected. And out of the zone it goes. Canalmen will have to retreat. That one's sent on net. Good job by Schroeder paying attention. And the Canalmen trying to get onside. They do so. Again, pass deflected through. Centering opportunity. Another one goes wide of the zone. Schroeder. And snags it out of the air. Gets a stick on it. And glove save and a beauty. Check this one out. Great play by Schroeder here as it's sent around. Deflected up and he spots it and snags it out of midair. 27 seconds to play here in the first period. Whalers control the face-off, but it's played around to the Canalmen as they send it back in on the forecheck. Cross ice, dangerously done, but the Whalers will look to run out the final seconds here. Freeman plays it cross ice. Dangerous spot, shot. Oh, just wide of the net. That is the kind of stuff they got to avoid. So the Whalers skate to a 1-0 score here. You got to be happy with that. Bourne had opportunities, ended up outshooting the Whalers 9-5. But it's just a 1-goal game here at the Bog. The Canalmen skate to a 1-0 lead. We'll be back here in the NSC and NCTV. Whalers are right in this.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
It's over! It's over! The Whalers win! The Whalers win!
We're here with Assistant Athletic Director Matt Hunt. Matt, what do you think of the first period of this game?
I thought it was great. I missed a few minutes of it. I had to pop out front and do a few things. But they look good. They're staying in the game. They seem to be keeping Bourne on their heels, so we'll see how the second period goes.
Is there any player in particular that you like watching or who's doing really well for this game?
I love watching all of them. But I walked in here today and I said Ben Freeman's going to score today.
I'm counting on it. Well, thank you for chatting with me, and have a good rest of your day.
Thanks, guys. Have a good break if I don't see any of you.
Thank you.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Cup.
Girls are strong. Girls can throw. Girls can play football if they have a determined mindset. Girls don't have to just look pretty, they can pack a punch, believe me. My name is Ashley Klatt. I'm on the Nantucket Whalers football team, and here's my story. Girlhood to me was very different than a lot of people's girlhood. I grew up watching the Dallas Cowboys every Sunday with my dad, my sister, and my entire family. And I just loved watching the game, all aspects of it, and I just wanted to get that hands-on experience. Since I was little, I've been bullied a lot. I'm still bullied. I was bullied for my weight, my attitude. It just didn't make me feel great, and it made me very upset at points, but I have a sense of determination that I just walk through it. Being tackled is crazy as it is, but Coach Machado has taught me that when you're hit physically and mentally, that you have to just get up and keep pursuing and keep fighting until that last whistle. You just have to get used to it, push through, and be that person you know is deep down inside. I empower myself by showing people that she's not just here to wear a jersey and look pretty. She is here to get dirty, get rough, get tough, get to some place where things are possible and things can happen. People will give you weird looks and think, oh, this person, they're different because they're a girl playing a male-dominated sport, but you need to always have that confidence and determination. You will always look back on, I did that. I achieved greatness. I hope I've inspired a lot of girls on this island that you can do things if you put your mind to it, no matter what. If you can trust yourself, you can do it. When I threw a passing touchdown, it felt really good to have that happen to me because me leading my team to victory was amazing and a great feeling, and I still relive that feeling to this day. There's a misconception where girls are kickers because they play soccer, they can kick really far, and a lot of them are kickers, which is also, I give them props because they have to still go to practice and they have to still perform at their absolute best. And having to get hit a million times but still getting up and still pursuing, I'm like, that's me, that's how I feel. And I am so excited that I get to meet these people every game if I get the chance to. Having somebody else that reflects me and how I play is really special to me. Dear future Ashley, I hope we are a coach, whether that is a high school coach, a college coach, or an NFL coach. I hope we're doing something amazing with our lives and we are living our life to the absolute fullest. Welcome to New Moon Fest, Nantucket Empowering Women.
The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. More than money, we need members. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
I want to welcome you back to the Bog here, where Tony is taking his last couple laps here, and we will get back to the second period. Whalers are down 1-0. We're going to head on down to Ashley Klatt. She's got assistant coach Ray Patrick with a little chat about how the first period went.
Thank you, Chris. We're here with Coach Ray. Coach, how are you feeling today?
You know, we're really happy with the boys right now. They're responding to everything we're trying to do in practice. We're seeing some good things happening. Obviously, our goalie, he's first season back from probably 4 or 5 years without playing in the net, and he's gaming it. They're coming out. We're going to keep going. We're real happy with the kids, and I think things are starting to shape up a little bit.
Thank you. What do you think the outcome is? We're hoping for a win, of course, and getting as close as we can, right?
Obviously, victory is always the end game. For us, it's to see these kids getting better and better and understanding the systems and the tactics and what we're trying to teach. And if that comes to fruition, then we'll definitely have victories.
Totally, Coach. Thank you, Coach. And
hi, Tennessee.
I'm Ashley Klatt. Back to you in the studio.
Great stuff from Ashley Klatt, and thanks, Coach Patrick. Very happy holidays to your family back in Tennessee. I know they watch every game here, so happy to have them. As you can see, the boys are now taking the ice here for period number 2, and I agree with Coach. Obviously, he knows what he's talking about, but they did a great job of hanging in there. Schroeder made enough saves. It was that one little play that, unfortunately, that's the game of hockey. You make 1 second of not spotting the puck and getting it in the right place, and that cost you a goal. But ultimately, the boys skated right with this team, and they are right in position to come up with a upset victory. They were outshot 9-5 unofficially here in the first period, but those 5 shots, they had 4 legitimate scoring opportunities. A couple went wide. Palmborg made a couple nice saves as well. But you got to be happy with the way these boys skated with this team. Again, this is a good quality Bourne team that should make the playoffs. So to be down just 1-0 after 1, job well done, boys. Let's get it going here in the second period, see if we can find the net, tie this thing up, and continue good defensive pressure. Again, only a couple little turnovers, but ultimately one of those led to the lone goal of the game that was scored by James Kirby. Number 3, good play by Ben Buckley to keep it in play, and he ultimately found Kirby for the goal here. But 1-0 down after 1, that is right where you want to be. And again, thanks very much to Ashley Klatt for chasing down a couple of players, a couple of a coach, and of course Matt Hunt for sharing some time with us as the athletic department does a phenomenal job. Travis Lombardi, of course, putting the puzzles together. But let's put together a second period here, Whalers Nation. We are underway, and the Whalers control the puck, send it into the zone, unable to find Jenkinson cleanly as it sort of slides to a stop there. And the Canalmen look to advance. Edwards gets to it, unable to play it cleanly, so Bourne now with an advance. And quickly back out to mid-ice. And it'll be Holland playing it forward. He gets the nod here to begin things on the defensive end. Whalers got to get it clear here. Still unable to. Finally, Jenkinson sends it ahead. Canton Jenkinson will get to it first. Played in front, Freeman! Save made by Palmborg. Oh, what a great effort by Canton Jenkinson to get the cross pass here. Right in front, Freeman just unable to reach it above Palmborg, but a great opportunity there to begin things for the second period, as it was a little sloppy in their own end trying to get the clear. Fortunately, the Canalmen unable to control it and get a shot off. It'll be Charlie Boyce on the face-off. He gets a body behind the play. And again, the puck just unable to be drifting here. Canalmen with a 2-on-1, and good defense as
One of the Bourne players comes in, and we've got a little activity behind the play here as, again, the Canalmen went into the net, try and get Schroeder out of position. Here's Boyce, all the way through, unable to get a shot. Sends a centering pass onto Palmborg's stick. He gets it back, backhanded shot. Blocked in front. Another good opportunity for the Whalers. 2-on-1 back the other way. Good recovery by the Whalers defense, and Schroeder up to the task once again. Action back and forth here to begin things. Again, Schroeder just looks a little more comfortable than he did in that first game, and that's to be expected, and hopefully that will continue. Face off with 13:25 to go here. Whalers down 1-0. Bourne plays it in. Edwards unable to get it out to Jenkinson. Jenkinson recovers. Centering pass broken up nicely. Freeman advances. Unable to get the cross ice pass connection. And the Canalmen look to advance. Dumped in, nobody home. And back into the zone as Holland plays it, and somehow it got on net. Schroeder able to put a pad down to come up with a save. Looked like a Whalers pass. There's Edwards off his skate and dumped into the corner. Jeremy Jenkinson, again, turnover deep in the zone. Ooh, Whalers lucky there. As the play continues here in the neutral zone. Canalmen advance. Good body position by Soren Edwards, no surprise there. He quickly gets to it and clears it out of the zone. That was Ronan Kelly on the advance for the Canalmen. Off the stick of Holland. Whalers get to it. Line change for the Canalmen. Played up to mid-ice. And here's Jenkinson. Along the boards. Flips it into the offensive end. Nobody home for the Whalers as they get a new set of skaters. Jenkinson gets to it. Cross ice pass. And a whistle stops play. Maybe too many men on the ice. As the explanation comes over to the coaching staff here. I believe it'll be a power play opportunity for the Canalmen, the first of the game, as it will be Charlie Boyce heading into the penalty box. So the faceoff will come in the Bourne offensive end. First penalty of the game. 2-minute minor. So the Whalers will look to kill off the penalty here for the next couple minutes. Off to the point it goes, and the Canalmen quickly get it set up behind the net. Edwards gives chase, cross ice pass or through the crease as the Canalmen body goes flying. Parker Furtado there on defense. Good job disrupting things, and he gets to it, sends it back up to the point. Sent in. Good job by Schroeder to get a pad down. Back out to the point it goes. Shot, save made by Schroeder. He squeezes it. Good job. Ronan Kelly sent it in on the body, and that's always tricky to get the pads down and get your body in position, but Schroeder was there. 11:04 to go here. Still a minute 15 on the power play. Good poke check. Canalmen keep it in. And the Whalers, unfortunate. There, they do get a clear here as Jenkinson just uses some time. Got Edwards on the back end of it. He skates ahead and tries to center it. Unable to do so. Canalmen recover. Edwards with a good poke check. And it plays ahead as Jenkinson uses the body to get to the puck. He's taken down, but quickly recovers behind the net. Dangerous spot for the Canalmen. Back out to the point. 40 seconds on the power play. Good defensive effort here so far on the power play. Back out to the point. Avoids one. Shot, save made. Good job by Jenkinson to get it out of harm's way. Kept in, however, and another good pad save there by Schroeder. 17 seconds left. Whalers unable to get it clear. Blocked in front. 5 seconds left. Whalers control the puck and will send it in. That'll do it. Good job by the PK unit here to ward off the penalty. 9:40 to play. Whalers get a line change in. Boyce gives chase. Canalmen look to advance. Sent back into the Whalers' end. Behind the net. Lavin gets to it first. He'll send it over to Boyce, unable to connect. Here's Holland. Good board pass to Boyce. Boyce sends it in on net. Chasing after it, Fitch. Back around the corner, here's Holland. He gets to it and sends it back into the corner. Lavin chases. Good body by Lavin to keep control of the puck. There's Fitch. And ultimately the Canalmen get to it. Out of the zone it goes. Holland plays it back. Boyce able to get a stick to it, but here's the Canalmen advancing 3-on-2. Shot, scores! An odd man rush as the Canalmen advance. And Schroeder just a bit out of position. Actually tried to get the leg pad down, but drifted just out of the way of the puck. And the freshman, coach's son, or a relative of some sort, Frank Carpenito, able to net the goal with 8:45 to go, making it a 2-0 game. Del Rosario Gomez switches positions. And good job by Fords there to ward off the offensive player for the Canalmen. They keep it in play here. Good assist by Hunter McLean on the back end of it. Schroeder gets to it, drifts through, however. Good job once again by the Canalmen to keep it in play. Through the crease, and the Whalers get to it. Here's Del Rosario Gomez advancing. Poke checked away. And the Canalmen have peppered the net. They've gotten 7 more shots here on goal. Whalers with just 1. So they're going to have to improve that. Furtado tries to board pass it to himself, and he gets to it. Great effort by Furtado. Stays with it. Sends it in behind the net. Unable to get it to the point. Back out to mid-ice. Played over to Soren Edwards. Canalmen got 3 guys there, but it'll be Soren Edwards clearing it. Tipped ahead as Ben Freeman gives chase, along with Furtado behind the net. And that should be icing as the whistle will blow. 7:15 to go. We'll come on back down to the offensive end here for the Whalers for another face-off. Whalers now down 2-0 after the Carpenito goal. But once again, they are right in this thing. A little more offensive pressure here by the Canalmen as they have outshot the Whalers unofficially 7-1 here. Here's a shot on goal, whizzes high above the net. Sent in by Soares. And somehow got it to the net. Palmberg able to fend it off. And it'll be broken up and sent back the other way. Here's Canton Jenkinson on the advance. Whalers actually have a 3-on-2. Played in front. And Jenkinson gets to it again. Freeman sends it along behind the boards. Jeremy unable to get to it. Saved by Here's Canton Jenkinson with the backhand. And sent out. That should be icing once again. Clock stops with 6:17 to go. Whalers down 2-0. It'll be another face-off in the offensive end for Nantucket. Be Jeremy Jenkinson on the face-off. Sent in behind the net. Freeman tries to get to it. And Canton Jenkinson comes out with it. He's got space in front of the net, lifts it up. Rebound, shot save again. Kicked in by Furtado. Jenkinson gets to it in the corner. Canton Jenkinson behind the net. CJ plays it over to JJ. And a whistle stops play as the net came off the magnet. So we'll have a face-off once again in the offensive end for Nantucket with 5:53 to play here in the second period. Actually, they'll go all the way down to the offensive end. Must have been offsides. So face-off inside the Whalers' defensive end now as Boyce gets down on it. Soren Edwards plays it along the boards out to the point, controlled by Bourne. Good body by Andrew Lavin. And flipped into the Bourne bench. We'll have another face-off with 5:40 to play here in the second. Whalers down 2-0. Goal scorers James Kirby and Frank Carpenito for the Canalmen. And the Canalmen control the face-off, but quickly the other way. Lavin spins around, and Whalers gain the zone momentarily. Canalmen quickly to the puck. Edwards sees the puck float to him. He'll drift it out. And here's Whalers advance. It'll be Palmberg putting the glove down as Paxton Fitch look to pull the trigger. 5:19 to go now. Another face-off upcoming. Happy to have you along here as both teams playing their second game of the season. Good deke to avoid one for the Canalmen as they send it cross ice. Chasing after it, Coel. He gets to it, plays it to the crease, shot in front. And good job by the Whalers converging on defense as they advance it out of the zone. Canton Jenkinson sends it ahead. Along the boards all the way, wrapped around to Crowell. He flips it, deflected. And the Whalers get to it first. Out to the point. Chipped in, Schroeder gets a stick on it for the save. Canton Jenkinson able to get a stick on it right in front. Schroeder gets a play on it. Edwards is there. And finally a clear out to mid-ice. Palmberg comes out of net and unable to get a clear. Here's Jenkinson. Pass in front to Jeremy Jenkinson. Pass to Freeman. Backhanded shot. Scores! Ben Freeman with a backhander. It's a beauty. The Whalers draw back to within one. You can see it on the replay. Stick-to-itiveness. Freeman with the backhand. Finds the net. Freeman's first of the year. Jenkinson brothers get an assist. That's just a good offensive goal there by the Whalers, and one that they need. With 4:18 to play, the Whalers draw back to within one. The senior Ben Freeman gets the backhanded goal to bring back the Whalers to within one. An errant broken stick there, cleaned up by the refs as faceoff is won by the Whalers. Misplayed in the offensive end. Oh, Lavin nearly got to it. Good poke check there by Holland. And good job by Parker Furtado to avoid the breakaway. Sent in on net. Schroeder is there. Lavin gets to it. He'll send it out of the zone. Icing waved off. All the way out. Holland plays it forward. And the Canalmen nearly had a 3-on-1 advance there, but Holland got enough of it. Boyce down on the ice here. Here's an opportunity in front. Schroeder with a save. Behind the net it goes. Schroeder has played very well here in the second period to keep this a 2-1 affair. Whalers got to get a clear here. 3:09 to play. Second period. Tipped and deflected back in. Furtado just sends it down the ice. That's fine. Take the icing. Reset. Good minutes by the second line there. 3:01 to play here. Now a 2-1 game. Whalers right in this thing. As Ben Freeman notches his first goal as a senior. And it'll be Jeremy Jenkinson into the circle for the faceoff. Canalmen control. Ooh, dangerous pass through the crease. Whalers fortunate there and get a good clear. Here's Freeman with a little more hitch in his giddy up, that's for sure, after scoring a goal. Good job by the Whalers defense. Good body there. And here's a good clear by Canton Jenkinson. CJ avoids one. And good job by Freeman to keep him onside. Here's Canton Jenkinson onside now. And it'll be Jeremy Jenkinson looking to recover. Freeman advances to get onside back again. Cross ice intercepted. Canalmen on the advance. They've got numbers. Oh, fortunate there as Edwards loses his feet but comes across the puck. Hunter McLean sends it in. Schroeder stick checks it out. Blasted in front. And into the corner it goes. Freeman ridden off. Shot blocked. Freeman gets to the puck. Jeremy Jenkinson gets the clear back to mid-ice. A minute 53 to play. And whistle stops play with a minute 49 to go. 2-1 game here from the Bog. Happy to have you along here, Whalers Nation, on YouTube across the world. And, of course, locally here on channel 1072 in Super HD. Del Rosario Gomez sends it forward off the faceoff. Around the corner it goes. Flipped ahead as the Canalmen advance. 2-on-2. Good job by Fitch. And another good hit. Del Rosario Gomez to continue the play. Del Rosario Gomez gets to it. Cross ice it goes. Whalers get the clear. Dumped in. Chasing after it, Ryan Phillip. Out to mid-ice. Holland sends it ahead. Backhanded. Furtado looks to advance. Here's Whalers move, shot. Unable to get a clean shot on it. Del Rosario Gomez will give chase in the corner. Unable to get a clean play on it. Great save by Schroeder with the leg pad. Kept in, blocked in front. Furtado got a skate on it. And he'll get to the puck. Sends it up. On net, so Palmberg has to dive to get to it. Otherwise, Jenkinson was there. Great action by the Whalers. Net to net. Number 24 is very impressive so far. Just a sophomore, and he is skating like he's been on the ice for many, many years with this team. Great stuff from Parker Furtado. 28 seconds to go. 2-1 our score. It'll be Canton Jenkinson on the face-off. Whalers control. Jeremy Jenkinson looking, surveying, spins around. Spins around again, sends it back to the point. Edwards deflected up over the net. And the Canalmen send it all the way down. And finally the icing whistle goes off. We'll have 9 seconds to go and another face-off down in the Whalers' offensive end. Just 9 seconds remain here in the second period. Each team has scored once. And out of the zone it goes. Edwards will give chase. And that should do it here for period number 2 as the Whalers net their first one here. They were outshot 8-4 unofficially in the period, but they potted one as Ben Freeman netted a backhander past Palmberg to keep it a one-goal affair. As we take a look at the replay, that was a good save by Schroeder there, just able to get that leg pad out. And the Whalers will head to the locker room down just 1. Again, they were down 8-0 at the end of 2 against the Vineyard. So much, much improved skating and very competitive game here. It's anybody's game here as Palmberg's getting a chat to by his coaching before he even gets to the locker room. So good stuff here. We'll take a break here in the NSC and NCTV. Period number 3 coming up. Whalers down just 2-1.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Good morning. It is the 4th of July. We are here in town. It is 9 a.m. And my name is Anna Popniklova. I will be your host today. Let's go talk to some people. What do you love about the 4th of July on Nantucket?
It's just the best, right? I mean, it's awesome sun. Everybody's out. Everybody's happy. No road rage yet, right? It's all good. It's celebrating the best of Nantucket.
Watching fish with my friends and going to a party and playing music on the beach.
The water fight, we're so excited. We're lining up in a few minutes. We're going to be in the front row, and we're going to get soaked. We do it every year. We love it.
I have bad news. What do you like to do on the 4th of July?
Eat ice cream for lunch. Go to the beach and watch the fireworks. It's kind of like a tradition, like we go to Jack and Charlie's every year for the 4th of July to eat ice cream for lunch.
What is your favorite 4th of July memory?
We just left the reading of the Declaration of Independence, and that's one of my favorite things. It's very timely.
And of course the water fight, you know, all the years that we've been able to do the water fight.
Yeah, there's no water this year.
What?
We're in a drought.
We're in a drought. Please, don't run your water. Do not get in a water fight. Just light things on fire this year.
Okay, I'm not the best example for your kids. I have good morals to teach them, but as far as what I do for fun, every 4th of July, me and my buddies get a bunch of fireworks and we shoot them at each other.
Favorite 4th of July memory is fireworks. When, back when I was younger, we used to do it on the beach in jetties, and you would go there instead of a blanket and lay down and look straight up at them.
What do you like about the 4th of July?
I like all the stuff happening and all the stands.
Do you like fireworks?
Yeah, I'm seeing them tonight.
Do you have any family traditions?
Right here. This is the hub of Nantucket, the excitement, the vibe. That's why we got these hats, because we want to be part of the festivities. But I've been coming for 38 years.
I like to walk downtown and go to Jetty's Beach.
What is kind of great about the 4th of July on Nantucket?
I mean, Nantucket in general, right? It's a small town community feel, and I feel like the 4th of July is every community celebrates it differently. I think the fact that there are things that are very family friendly, the fireworks are awesome. Main Street has the touch a truck today, and there's so many things going on. I like that there's something for everybody.
Can I ask you a little bit of 4th of July trivia? Do you know the name of the battle that we won to win the American Revolution?
Wasn't it the one in Boston with like the redcoats?
Battle of Bunker Hill?
Bunker Hill?
Gettysburg?
Not sure.
Iwo Jima, we won.
They put a name to all these wars, but really they were just fighting like...
Where's Nathaniel Philbrook when you need him? He's usually within half a block.
A civil war, I don't know, it's a civil war of someday.
What is the battle? Do you know?
It was the Battle of Yorktown.
Battle of Yorktown.
But
big battle. One of my favorites. I just didn't realize it ended things.
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Community media, from my point of view, is organic.
It's power.
Public access to me gives me an opportunity to get my word out to the larger community of the town that I can't get to on my own.
This is good programming. This is what people say, well, how come they don't ever write anything good in the news, right? This is the good news.
What we're doing is critical, it's important. We have to stay energized and motivated to do this work in our community, but understand that our real mission is to hold up our part as we encourage others to hold up their part around the planet.
So I was 14, I joined SPNN, Set It Up program, which is an after-school program. We created our own TV show that was put out in the public, and I went along, did that till I graduated high school. Currently, I work with Youth Prize. I'm their youth storyteller. I create all their media and content having to do with telling stories.
It seems like there's been an incessant attack on black leaders and on black interest. And we believe we have a right and a duty to respond. Too often we are encouraged to think of ourselves as insignificant and as meaningless.
Getting involved in a way is telling the world no. And we need more people to say no.
People in neighborhoods can now do what only corporations could do a generation ago.
I'm here live from the mud pit.
Disability Viewpoints can cover disability issues at a little longer length, which the local news hasn't been able to do.
I wanted to share all the wonderful things that life has given to me. I thought, what better way to give back to humanity than to just share from the heart.
Conscious programming to me feels like where we want to go as human beings, where we want to feel alive.
It gives me an opportunity to talk about theater, the arts, writing, directing.
Because it's us, it's the community stepping up and grasping onto their own show.
We're back. We're in the parent section, and we're going to talk with Parker Furtado's mom.
Hi. Hi.
How do you think Parker's playing so far?
I think he's had some good plays so far. I was very intrigued with one of the moves where I think he tried to pass the puck to himself. He's had a couple good hits, which is exciting but scary as the mom. But I think they're playing well. This is a totally different team than the first game.
Yeah, totally. How do you think we're, as a whole, playing so far?
I think we're passing the puck more, better communication. Looks like we're moving around I was going to say the field because he's a soccer player, but the ice. Ice a lot more. Yeah.
And now we're going to talk to Charlie, Boyes' mom. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
How do you think Charlie has been playing so far as well?
He's really hustling. I know he wants a goal this season, and I think they're all working on their passing game and really trying to work on their offense. And we're all really proud of Tommy Schroeder, too, for his stepping in a goal. He's having a great game.
Thank you. Anything else?
You can talk to Ryan Phillips' mom, too, if you'd like.
Okay. Thank you. I'm Ashley Klatt. Back to you in the studio.
That's great stuff, Ashley. You got a bunch of coaches down there, that's for sure. Great stuff from the moms. Thanks very much for taking the time to, not freak out too much. Of course, their sons putting their life at risk here playing the game of hockey, but great stuff from them. And of course, great Whalers Nation right there. A bunch of great Whalers indeed. And I agree with Parker's mom there. He is skating around very nicely. Charlie also doing a great job. Again, great second period to get back in this thing. They scored a goal, a backhanded shot from Ben Freeman found the net, and I got a hunch they got at least one more in them here to hopefully even this thing up. And Thomas Schroeder has played exceptional in net. I have him facing 17 shots on goal, so that makes it 15 saves through 2 periods. The Whalers have managed 9 shots on goal, make it 10 shots on goal. One of those found the net. The goal scorers for Bourne, Frank Carpenito and James Kirby back in the first period as the Canalmen take the ice, and the Whalers will now take the ice here as well as we get ready for period number 3. Our next broadcast after tonight will be back on the hardwood if the weather does cooperate for Friday night. The Lady Whalers are scheduled to face Sturgis West in another league matchup. Again, we said the Whalers are 0-2 after losing to the Vineyard to open things up and Falmouth Academy a couple nights ago, or last night. And the boys hoopsters were supposed to play tonight, but unfortunately the facility not cooperating with a leak in the roof. So we'll hope that A, Friday the weather cooperates, and B, the facility cooperates for our next broadcast here in the winter season. And we will be covering as many boys and girls hoops and boys and girls hockey as we can here on the NSC and NCTV. Girls hockey, we will see our first action on January 3rd after the holiday break. And, of course, we wish you all a happy and merry holiday. Boys hoops up to a great start, winning their first game. And we're, again, scheduled to take on Falmouth today, but unable to do so, postponed. So here we go, period number 3 in a 1-goal affair. If you are a Whalers fan, this is exactly where you want to be. A chance, just a chance, as Freeman dumps it in quickly. Canton Jenkinson and Freeman chase after. Sent around as Furtado tips it, and it'll be Jeremy Jenkinson playing nicely out to mid-ice. Freeman ahead, 2-on-1 for the Whalers. Pass, just out of reach by Canton Jenkinson. He battles for it here in the corner, sends it off the back of the net as Freeman chases. Unable to keep it in was Edwards, but he blasts it across ice, and the Canalmen will now get to it. Freeman with a good body. And Soren Edwards able to get to it first here in the zone. But the Canalmen control. Edwards off the skate of Jenkinson. And here's JJ behind the net. Blocked. Whalers will try again to get it out of harm's way as it's sent to mid-ice. And back and forth we go here. Schroeder tips it. And the Whalers get a clear. The Canalmen are offside. They'll have to wait. As Soren Edwards gets it in the corner, he'll play it across ice to Lavin. Boyce in the mix, but the Canalmen come away with it. Cross ice it goes through the crease. Dangerous play there. Spinning around a defender, but unable to get it through Edwards' stick. And Edwards will clear it himself. He'll advance to mid-ice. Flips it behind the net as he comes to the bench to get a breather. In front, Lavin nearly got it through a couple of defenders to Palmberg, but here's the Canalmen back the other way. Shot save made. Schroeder with the glove snags it out of midair. 12:51 to play. Again, as the game moves along here in the third period, the pressure will mount on the Bourne Canalmen, not the Whalers. Whalers got nothing to lose here. Second game of the season. They know they're youthful. Here's an advance by the Canalmen. Tipped away. Nice poke check by Howland. He gives it up to mid-ice. Tipped away again by Howland. Nice play, and here's Del Rosario Gomez leading the advance. Lifts it high, and Palmberg has to play it off the face mask. And he does so. We'll give Del Rosario Gomez a shot on goal there at 12:22. The faceoff will come inside the Whalers' end. Nice play by number 17 there to get it on net. Again, good things happen. Whalers control the puck. Flipped into the far side corner. Canton Jenkinson plays it in. The Canalmen ride along the boards all the way out of the zone. Crowell able to get around Holland. Sends it in. Negative angle shot. Save made by Schroeder. Played behind the net. Shot, save made, diving on it is Schroeder. And a little, hey, how you doing? You know, discussing what type of pizza they're going to get from, the Puck Cafe here. So a couple of shots on goal there for the Canalmen. Looking to add to their 2-1 lead here, but 11:49 to play in the third. Just one penalty called here. Very clean skating hockey game. Canalmen in front. Schroeder dives, and the Whalers are able to get to it and get it out of harm's way momentarily. Canalmen stick to it. Again, good physical defensive play by the Whalers. They advance. Jenkinson up to CJ. Tries to give and go, but unable to connect. Back behind the play can. Jenkinson gets to it. And finally blasted out. Here's an advance. Oh, nearly an advance breakaway opportunity, but Edwards able to get to it. Good board pass up to Freeman, just beyond his stick. Poke check back to mid-ice. And the Canalmen clear. Into the corner it goes. Hope there for the Canalmen. When the Whalers get to it, Freeman advances. Sneaks over the blue line. And out to mid-ice, it's Jeremy Jenkinson. He'll send it into the corner. Behind the play, it's McLean. He loses it. Nobody home for the Whalers onside. Up ahead, here's Edwards. Whalers got numbers here. Advances ahead, Lavin into the corner. Unable to get to it. Oh, nice move by number 11, Tavares, to get out of the way, and that will go over the glass, and we'll have a face-off at 10:24 to go. Still a 2-1 game here. As the Whalers, once again, do a good job in front of Schroeder. He made a heck of a good save and dove on top of the floating puck to force a face-off, but here's Boyce sent into the corner. Canalmen are there first. Out to mid-ice. And icing going to be the call. We'll send it on down the river here to have another face-off in the Whalers' offensive end. Again, both teams 0-1 on the season, looking to get their first victories. Canalmen control the face-off. Out to mid-ice. Good pass ahead. Good defense by the Whalers with the body there. Getting some angles. Here's Lavin. He'll get it as it floated through the crease. He's got space. He'll gain the zone by himself. Dumped in behind the net. Paxton Fish chases it. He battles a couple of defenders, and Lavin's got it. Backhanded to Fitch. Boyce trying to get in the mix. Gets a stick in there. And the Canalmen finally get a clear as it was wedged in that corner for a while, icing the call once again as Soares gave chase. 9:19, the clock stops as we'll have another face-off in the Whalers' end. And thanks for joining us here on the NSC on YouTube. And, of course, locally here on Channel 1072. Happy to have you along here. The lone broadcast of the evening. Whalers control. Shot. Whizzes wide of Palmberg. Furtado keeps it in once again. He has been invaluable at the point here. Good job. Canalmen intercepted the centering pass, and the Whalers go the other way with it. Furtado up ahead. He'll gain the zone himself. Ridden off. Stays with it. It gets a little help there. Good physicality by both squads. Crowell, nearly connected with Thomas, who was ahead of the defense. Played behind the net. Furtado will be the first to get to it. He'll come off the boards and send it off the zone. Nearly connected at mid-ice with Canton Jenkinson, who had a head of steam. And here's Jeremy Jenkinson. Plays it over to the blue line. Nobody home for Nantucket. Cross ice it goes. And Edwards plays it. Play continues along in the neutral zone here. Down to 8 minutes to play here. Whalers down 2-1. Up ahead off the stick. Fortunate for the Whalers. That was Buckley once again trying to make something happen. Whalers get back defensively. Buckley stays with it. Sends it behind the Whalers net. Chipped ahead. Jenkinson gets it out of harm's way and will send it down. And this should leak all the way, but icing waved off. That should be icing, however, against the Canalmen, and it will be. Clock stops at 7:38 as we head on down the river, down to the offensive end for Nantucket. I only have one shot on goal here for the Whalers. They're going to have to get at least one more if they're going to draw even. It's been good, crisp passing, but not enough on net. Here's an opportunity. Boyce nearly got one. Lavin hits the post. Andrew Lavin had a great shot go off the post. Nearly got to that one onside. Here's the Canalmen the other way. 3-on-2. Puck lifted, hits the crossbar up above, and that will be a face-off. Clock stops at 7:20. Couple of good opportunities there for Nantucket. As the puck floated right in front, Charlie Boyce nearly got a stick on it, and then it was Andrew Lavin with a shot that hit the post. Canalmen control, shot whizzes wide, hits the side of the net. Centering pass deflected out, nicely done. Whalers overskate the play. Schroeder gets a stick on it. Played out to the deep slot. As the Canalmen keep the pressure on. Good poke check there. And the Whalers get the clear. Nicely done by the Whalers defense. Chipped in once again. Souza in the mix, number 8. But the Canalmen get to it. Advance with the cross ice pass. Good play in the corner with the body. Kept in play. Good job. Here's Soren Edwards behind the net. Off the stick. And icing will be the call. Clock stops with 6:08 to go. Still a 1-goal affair. As the front line will come back for the Whalers, it's Edwards, Furtado, Jenkinson, and Freeman. Whalers control the faceoff. Jenkinson gets it over to CJ. He'll gain the zone himself. Poke checked away, but Freeman is there. Gets it over to Canton. Centering pass all the way through. Furtado with a shot in front. And a whistle will stop play as I believe the net came off the magnet once again. So 5:48 to go here in the third. 2-1 our score. Whalers will have another face-off in their own end. Canalmen will send it on down, and icing will be the call. Whalers bench trying to get some energy on the guys that are on the ice. Canalmen respond with their own cheering squad. Nicely done by Jenkinson to get in front. Oh, nearly connected. Sent up ahead. And this will go all the way through. Hey, guess what? We got another icing call. So unofficially, I've Bourne with 22 shots. The Whalers have 13 shots on goal. Again, Jenkinson gets to it, falls on his feet. Palmberg dives out and gets the glove on it. That is a nifty move by Canton Jenkinson. He nearly pulled it off to lift it up over the diving body of Palmberg. 5:28 to play in the third. Still 2-1. Sends it backwards, shot blocked. And Furtado sends it back in. The Whalers got to get back on side. Canton Jenkinson gets to it. Here's Jeremy Jenkinson with the wrister shot, save. Rebound controlled, and Furtado dives down to keeps it in the zone for a moment. Soren Edwards taken down, and here's the Canalmen advancing. Furtado dives underneath for the puck. Great job giving up the body there. Cross ice pass. Jenkinson has the Whalers control, and he gets it back. Great pass. Oh, Deeks, Jeremy Jenkinson shot. Save made by Palmberg. Great activity there. Jenkinson Deeks tries to go short side, nearly found the net. Good opportunity. And Palmberg slow to get to his feet. Let's see if he's okay. It'll be Jeremy Jenkinson on the face-off. He's got it. Screened in front. Canton Jenkinson nearly found the net as the Whalers continue to keep the pressure on here with their front line. Good hit as Holland recovers. Unable to play it cleanly. Canton Jenkinson gets to it. Deeks one. Good poke check by number 20 there, Frank Carpenito. Here's Jeremy Jenkinson advancing on side. He loses it but gets to it in the corner. Back to the point. Nobody home for the Whalers. Quickly recovered as Soares gets to it. He lifts it up and out of the zone, goes into the offensive end as Jeremy Jenkinson tries to make something happen by himself. Past the mid-ice, goes over the stick, and icing will be the call with 3:57 to go in the third period, I should say. 2-1 game here. Anybody's game still. This is great stuff. A great response from the Whalers after getting thrashed by the Vineyard. Boyce. Charlie Boyce got to it, and oh man, that was close. Nonetheless, the Canalmen advance it out of the zone as Edwards slaps it towards Palmberg. And out of the zone it goes. Edwards unable to find a Whaler, but mid-ice, it's Lavin. He sends it back in as the Whalers try and keep the pressure on here. Oh, good solid hit by number 4 behind the net as the physicality continues here. Furtado plays it ahead. Jeremy Jenkinson, a little deep to find some space. Edwards on the backside. Plays it ahead. Cross ice. Ooh, through the crease. Furtado. Ooh, sends a knuckleball that Palmberg couldn't see. And Furtado will get to it here in the corner. Boyce scores! Ken Jenkinson, actually. The Whalers have drawn even as CJ gets the loose puck and blasts it past Palmberg for the second goal of the game. Ken Jenkinson nets his first of the year, and the Whalers draw even with 2:46 to go. As you can see, great forechecking here by Furtado to keep the play alive. Jeremy gets it ahead, and Jenkinson, CJ does the rest. Jenkinson to Jenkinson. Furtado gets an assist as well. And timeout called here as the Whalers look to collect their emotions here with 2:46 to go. This would be a statement win if they are able to pull this off. What a rebound from game number 1, a 9-1 loss to the Vineyard. They are right in this thing, tied at 2 with 2:46 to play. I said they needed to shoot one more at least, and they've come up with 5 shots in a matter of a couple of minutes of gameplay. The final one finds the net as Canton Jenkinson able to pot his first goal of the year. Jeremy Jenkinson picks up an assist along with Parker Furtado, who has been all over the ice this evening. A very excited Whalers bench down below us here as Nantucket draws even at 2 here with 2:46 to play. And again, Thomas Schroeder has just been unbelievable tonight. He's got at least 20 saves. As unofficially, I have 22 shots on goal for the Canalmen. This is exactly what he needed. This kind of a game where he makes an impact, keeps it close, and the Whalers are able to muster just enough from their guys. Canton, Jeremy, Freeman. Those are the guys. That's the line that's going to win it. And Jenkinson skates into the middle. And they kept the pressure on, winning face-off after face-off. Edwards sends it around the line. And Furtado mixing it up with a couple of purple jerseys. And in front, shot whizzes wide. Ooh, fortunate there. Good physicality there. Jenkinson overskates it. There's a centering attempt, broken up. Nicely done by the Whalers as it sneaks over the blue line. All right, Furtado plays it to mid-ice. Frenetic as Furtado now gathers. He'll send it cross ice. Edwards the first to get there, and he'll circle back. Send it to mid-ice. Freeman gives chase. Jeremy Jenkinson spins around, CJ, and offside the call. So we'll have another face-off just outside the zone here as both teams a little frenetic there coming out of the timeout. Minute 53 left in a tie ball game. We are tied at 2, Whalers Nation. And the Whalers control the face-off. Wristed into the corner. Freeman gives chase all the way down. Guess what? We got another icing. Clock stops with a minute 42 to play. A great response by this Whalers team after getting drubbed by the Vineyard. They have battled their way to a 2-2 tie. This is almost a mirror image of the playoff game where they scored twice in the third period. Here's another opportunity. Oh, drifts just wide of the net. Good physicality in the corner. Holland gets to it, sends it on net, and scores! Deflected in! Holland kept it in play from the point, and the Whalers scored 2 in a matter of 2 minutes. Ben Freeman scores again. And the student section is going crazy. 3-2, Whalers lead with a minute 29 to play. Jeremy Jenkinson in the circle. Whalers win the face-off. Sent around the edge. Holland once again keeps it in. That was the key play to score the goal. Tipped away. Jenkinson with a spin move in a deep. CJ, shot, save made. Wow, what an effort. Jeremy Jenkinson uses his physicality. Holland waits for it. He sends it on net. In front. Deflected away. 50 seconds to play. Jeremy Jenkinson lifts it up. What a win this would be for the Whalers. Confidence here. 40 seconds to play. Let's keep an eye on the goaltender. He was sneaking out. Whalers intercept at mid-ice. Lifted in. Into the corner it goes. Chasing after Edwards. 30 seconds to play. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Edwards keeps control of the puck. Bourne plays it out. Behind the net. 15 seconds to play. Up ahead, intercepted at mid-ice. Edwards sends it in. 10 seconds. The Whalers are going to come up with a huge victory here. Oh, what a hit, an exclamation point. It's over. The Whalers win. Yes, sir. Whalers win. Wow. Look at him go, baby. That's a great win. Got to give it up to Tom Schroeder. What a game he played. This feels like a playoff win right here. The Bourne Canalmen just cannot beat this team in this house. Woo! Congratulations to the Whalers. A statement win right off the bat, coming back from a 9-1 loss against the Vineyard to defeat a good Bourne Canalmen team here. Oh, what a win. Outshot, but nonetheless come up with a huge win to run their record to 1-1. Thomas Schroeder, take a bow, sir. Great stuff. He kept him in it, kept him in it, kept him in it. And the puck bounced the right way as Tom Schroeder picks up his first win as a varsity goalie. And the celebration will continue tonight for sure. Great win. Again, we talked to Coach Moran, and he said they just got to put it together, And they put it together, scored 2 times in the final 3 minutes of the game to upset the Canalmen and run their record to 1-1. Let's take a break. I got to catch my breath. We're going to try and find a player or coach to talk to after this one, baby. 3-2, Whalers win at the Bog.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Carr.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And way over control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us, be a part of our community.
Nantucket Community Television. My name is Jackie Vignon, and I am going to be hosting the 28th annual Boston Pops concert here on Nantucket Island. Come join me at Jetty's Beach, and we are going to interview some of the locals and see what they think about the Pops. Where are we today, Tom?
We're at the Pops. Boston
the
Pops, the 28th annual Boston Pops down at Jetty's Beach. It's awesome.
Yes, it
Perfect
is.
weather, perfect day. Going to be a perfect night. Drones, fireworks show, the whole deal.
Now, are you excited for the Bruce Springsteen cover band?
Yes, love Bruce Springsteen. One of my first concerts I ever went to was Bruce Springsteen back in D.C., Washington, D.C.
How many years have you been coming to see the Boston Pops?
This is my first time in like 7 years, actually. Yeah, I think I've been once when I was like 12.
So how excited are you for the Bruce Springsteen cover band tonight?
I'm so excited, especially because the Bruce Springsteen biopic is coming out this year. So it's like serendipity. I got my flag in my pocket. Woo, look at that. So excited. Born to run.
How many years have you guys been attending the Boston Pops?
Our son is 31.
30 years.
I'm going to say 30.
30
years. Okay,
Yeah.
well, it is the 28th year, so,
so
28 years, yeah,
Okay, well, what do
almost.
I know? It feels like 30.
I'm gonna say 28 years.
28 years.
This is our first one, so we're really excited.
All right.
Yeah, this is our first.
It's your very first one. Okay. And how excited are you guys for the Bruce Springsteen cover band tonight?
I would say very, very excited.
So excited. It's going to be awesome.
So this is our 4th time coming, but we've missed a few years. So yeah.
Started in 2014, maybe? Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
And how excited are you guys tonight for the Bruce Springsteen cover band?
Love it. We
Woo!
Other than last year and the year it rained, I don't remember not being here for my entire life.
So you've been to almost every Boston Pops concert is what you're telling me?
Yes, of my 23 years, I would say at least 20 of them I've been to.
Is that voluntary or against your will?
At first against my will, for sure.
Want to welcome you back to the Bog here. The Whalers pull off the victory, eerily the same as the playoff game here 2 years ago on March 3rd, where they faced off against this Bourne Canalmen team. Exactly the same. They were down 2-1 entering the third period. They score 2 goals and move along to the Elite Eight. Down 2-1 here. They battle their way into it. Canton Jenkinson notches one from his brother, a nifty little goal, and Ben Freeman scores the game winner to give the Whalers a 3-2 lead. They run their record to 1-1. We're trying to connect with Ashley Cladd, who's got Coach Jack Moran down below, and we'll talk with Coach after a huge victory. I say huge. I know it's only the second game of the season. Let's take a look at the goal here real quickly. This is just nifty stuff by the Whalers, stick-to-itiveness, and watch Edward Holland right there, sends it on net, and it actually deflects off the defender's skate, but I think they gave Freeman the goal. I would have given Freeman the goal. He was sitting right there. He may have gotten a stick on it. So I believe we have Coach Moran down below here. Let's send it down to Sean Davis and Ashley Cladd
We're here with
Moran.
Coach Moran after a 3-2 victory over Bourne. Coach, any thoughts?
Yeah, we had a great game. Everybody did what they were supposed to do today. Such a distinct difference from Sunday. You know, there weren't a lot of nerves involved today. They knew what they had to get done, and they did it.
Totally. How did you think Thomas Schroeder played, being it's his second game in goal?
Thomas played like he's been playing it for 4 years straight. He had been a goalie before. I knew he knew the basics to it, but he sharpened everything overnight. He did a great time. I can't even begin to explain the difference. You know, and he felt comfortable. You could tell he was comfortable in there tonight. He was very certain about what he was doing, and he made it look good. You know, so very proud of him.
Totally. Any thoughts on Ben Freeman's 2 goals?
Absolutely. You know, we've been stressing to Ben the whole season thus far, and not just to him, but to all the forwards. He's got to get to areas where they can score. And if you're in the right spot with your stick down, you're going to put it in. And he did that today, and exactly what happened is what we were hoping would happen. So a big plus to him. You know, sometimes kids get a little excited if they're in the wrong spot or if they don't get to the puck quickly enough. They give up opportunities, but the 2 goals that he had is right where he was supposed to be.
Really was at the right place at the right time, right, Coach?
Most certainly. Most certainly.
Thank you, Coach. This was a good thing. Thank you talking to you. And I'll give it back in the studio. I'm Ashley Cladd, and thank you for tuning in to Nantucket Sports Connection.
Great stuff. And again, congratulations to Coach Moran and his staff. They got these guys prepared to win. Not just play the game, they got them prepared to win, and they did exactly that. They did their job. Eventually, they found a way to put the puck in the net. And again, as you heard, Coach, Thomas Schroeder played off the hook. He is the difference maker in this game. He is certainly my most valuable player tonight. And again, congratulations to the Whalers. Very exciting stuff. We won't see them again here at home until the 14th. They'll face off against the DY Dolphins. Cannot wait for that one as they have a couple of games off island through the rest of December. But congratulations to the guys, and they get to celebrate tonight, and they will do so in style for sure. 2 goals from Ben Freeman. Canton Jenkinson gets one. Another assist for Jeremy Jenkinson. And again, a huge tip of the cap to a couple of guys, Parker Furtado, Edward Holland, who played a great game, Soren Edwards, always all over the place, and Charlie Boyce. It was a team win here this evening, and well-deserved and well-earned indeed. Hard hat win here tonight for the Whalers. Thanks very much to our entire crew here. Great job by Ashley Klatt gathering folks, and of course Sean Davis with some great shots here, and Charles Douglas for making it all happen here. We'll say goodnight here, Whalers Nation. Again, Whalers win 3-2. Record goes to 1-1. Have a great evening, Whalers Nation.